Boom! Ha ha! You thought I wasn't going to be able to get it, but then I did. What a surprise. Nobody saw that coming. Hello, beautiful people. Today is February 1st, 2026. My name is Brian Brushwood, and we continue the adventure of Scam School School. Scam School School is about Scam School. Scam School was the only show dedicated to social engineering at the bar and on the street. Scam School School is a revisit nearly 20 years later with complete context. So far, we've made it through 8 episodes. We are now all the way caught up to February 2008. And this is the first episode that we actually have a solid closer of an effect. By the way, thank you very much for joining us in the chat. Everybody in the chat, you guys are Diamond Club. If you show up live, only if you show up live. If you watch this after the fact, you don't get to flash the diamonds. You're not hardcore. All these people over here, they get to flash diamonds because here's the thing. I'm going back on the road. And when I'm on the road, there's going to be a secret hyperlink right into my psyche. You won't have to use a bunch of words talking about how old you were when you first saw Scam School or heaven forbid, try to show me a trick. All you got to do, and I know you're a real one, 2 peace signs, cheek to cheek. That is the Diamond Club sigil. These guys get it. So, okay, so here's the game. If you're new here, we're going to play the episode in its entirety. And during the episode, there's going to be a whole bunch of moments that you're going to realize, oh, wait, I have a question. Go ahead and type your question in the chat. I'll get to them afterwards once we see the whole thing in completion. And as you know, well, here, we'll just jump in. Here we go in 3, 2, 1, and... The first rule of Scam School is you do not talk about Scam School, the only show dedicated to social engineering at the bar and on the street. I'm Brian Brushwood, and today we're going to make some money, we're going to scam free drinks, we're going to get whatever you want, because I'm going to teach you a game that you can't lose. It is a weird game that's simultaneously totally fair and absolutely unbeatable. It's called Nim, and I think you're going to dig it. All right, we're gonna play a game. It's super simple, you can't go wrong. All right. It's called Nim, right? And I got a bunch of, in this case we're using match heads. You can use pennies, any kind of marker. Earlier we were using honeycombs, actually, honeycomb cereal. And the game is, you can take either 1, 2, or 3 counters. All right. And the object of the game is whoever takes the last one loses. So you can take 1, 2, or 3, whoever takes the last one loses. You wanna go first, or you want me to go first?
I'll go first.
All right, go for it. Perfect. I'll go.
So we're going 2 at a time here.
Or no, you can take 1, 2, or 3, whatever one you want.
There's no way to lose to that.
Huh?
There's no way to lose to that.
Yeah, all right. Well, we'll try it again.
No.
You got the idea, though. You got the idea. All right, we're gonna play. You want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
You go ahead. Go first.
Really? You want me to go first? You sure?
Yeah, all the time.
All right, that's cool. There we go.
All right. We'll make this one linger. Yeah.
One more?
Whatever you want to do.
You want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
Doesn't make a difference.
Yeah,
Either way, I'm gonna lose.
Really? You want to go first?
Yeah, I'm first.
All right. All right, now as you've caught on, there's a little more to this game than it looks like, all right? Now, Nim is a weird game because it's simultaneously totally fair and completely rigged. There's a billion different ways to play it. The one we've done here is a very, very simple version. Well, actually, for those of you at home, we'll be teaching more advanced versions later on. But what I like about it is that the rules can be stated in pretty much one sentence. take 1, 2, or 3 counters. Whoever gets the last one loses, right? So what you do is you start off with 17 counters. 17 counters, and however, as long as the other person starts first, you are going to win. So in this case, there's 16 counters. If you take 1, I would take 3.
So did I completely just douche it up? Tell me you went first?
No. And we'll get to that. We'll get to that because that doesn't matter. If you take 1, I take 3. If you take 2, I take 2. If you take 3, I take 1. So in other words, the total per round should add up to 4. That way you start at 17, and every round you go down in a block of 4. So it's 17, 13, 9, 5, and then 1, right? And so now the trick is, like, as you mentioned, now I always give the choice. I say, do you want to go first or do you want me to go first? Truthfully, it doesn't matter because there's ways to cheat at Nim. In this case, I had in my hand, and it just pinched right in here. They call that a finger palm in fancy magic talk, right? Just put in there, and what you can do, as long as you're pointing, you can hide just about anything in your hands, right? So doing all this allows me to keep an extra one of these in here. If you decide to go first of your own free choice, we play the game as usual. You take 1, I take 3, you take 2, I take 2, all the way on down till I win. If you ask me to go first, then what I do is I reach forward, I pause, I say, are you sure? Yeah. Drop it in there, and then I pull out 1. So now we're at 16, or at 17, and you're going first.
What a dick. Right
Thank you very much. I'm glad you appreciate it. But I hope you use it well, make a lot of money, have a lot of free drinks.
Still working on it.
Appreciate it, man. Now don't forget, when you're doing Nim, you've got to make them think that they have any chance of winning the game. So I recommend doing a few practice rounds before you get started. Once they have their confidence up and they feel like they can take you down, that's when you start screwing them over. Get free drinks, get free money, I don't care. I just want to hear about it on the posting boards at revision3.com/scamschool. If you have any questions about this or any of the other scams, write me directly at brian@revision3.com. Until next time, by the way, next week we're going to be actually learning how to make homebrew using Listerine and egg whites, so make sure to check that out. Until next time, I need a drink. Oh man. I noticed a whole bunch during that one, not the least of which was, here, we'll go back to the beginning here. Let me mute that. There we go. So this opening sequence, there's a few beats that I think are interesting. First of all, good questions across the board in the chat. Let's address the real one first. Dice the Wise hit me up with the real question that everyone had, even at the time. Here, let me see if I can find this. Let's see, if I go to youtube.com, I'm going to do crazy video game hair, BBOTR. I wonder if this will, this hairstyle was a shockingly easy do. It was unreal. Like, it took about 8 minutes, 9 minutes to put up. And then once it did, it would last 2 to 3 days. In fact, even longer if I didn't do a stage show, because during the stage show, I would break a 30-pound concrete brick over my head, and there'd be little crumbles of dust and cinder in there. And so I'd have to wash them all out once every couple of days. But look how fast this is. In fact, I may get content ID'd on this music, but it's worth it. It's good music. White fro. That's what I look like with a mohawk. All right, here's how it works. 2 tiered process. Step 1. Modern organic product pomade. Phase 2, Cusco Murphy hair wax. This is some hardcore beeswax from Australia. All right, ready to rock. I have gross hands now. I need, can you hit stop on this? Because I got goopy hands. Yeah, so it was easier than you thought. That's the short answer for you. Let's do this other one. There we go. So second thing I noticed, let's talk about the, if you missed it in the chat, let's see, folks are saying in 20 years we're going to be doing office hours. You better believe it. Math is hard, super hard. It's an old school scam game. Yeah, but it's also, we're at the precipice. It's an introduction to, oh, you know what? I'm not going to do it right now. Note to self, on this layout, the featured should be down here, somewhere else. But at any rate, this is the precipice of an entire division of mathematics of Nim. There is, I think we do 6 episodes on Nim over the years. We're going to go through all of them. But for this very first one, all you do is you start with 16 or you can start with 20. The point is you got to know how many are there. They don't. And then you basically make sure that each round you take up what amounts to 4. So if they go first, you just want to be in the groove so that it always equals 4, and it goes down in blocks, so that they're left with the very last match. And as you saw, you could palm in that next match, or if you know, or I guess you could start with 21 or 17 and then just take 1 extra on your first round, but then you have a little bit of risk. You run the risk of losing. As you guys know, this is before I got to the part where I had finally figured out that there's different flavors of scam school effects. This is one of the first closers that we came up with. Now, a closer, in and of itself, you just saw what it looks like if you try to harvest before you planted. You just saw what it looks like if you come out of the gate swinging, saying, hello, stranger, I'm great, I win, give me free drinks. You can see that you are met with a bunch of defensiveness and a bunch of, let me guess, am I going to lose? And then a bunch of, I don't really want to buy you a drinks. That is because we are very early in the scam school journey. And on episode 8, it's not yet time to explain that first you begin with a gift, you build value, you access intrigue, you begin a pattern of pay for play, and then eventually when something like this happens, it creates an organic opportunity for them to finally balance the scales back. They should want you to. I asked Gemini and said your favorite food was whiskey. Is she correct? I can understand why a robot would believe that. Speaking of which, we're going to talk a lot about in this incoming reality where people use robots as their AI concierge. Suddenly, a bunch of things that previously you might not have cared about will become relevant because your reputation can now be quantified. And when people talk about spending energy on things, we're going to be talking about measurable amounts of energy in kilojoules. It's the bonkers thing in the world. By the way, right now, my favorite person on the planet is, oh yeah, it's Adam, because he is coming in from 35,000 feet. I got to tell you, man, this whole scene feels like the good old days of having a secret get-together, a secret underground club. Oh, yeah, it's Adam. It's great to see you, man. Let's see. Princess Judith says, the first pole position is just the modulo of the total amount of counters by the highest number you're allowed to take in a turn plus 1. In this case, the remainder after 17 divided by 4, minus 1 if you play with the last counter being the loser. That is 100% correct. And eventually, we bring that level of mathematics to the Scam School episodes where we explore Nim. However, in the beginning, remember our promise, our value proposition is that you have a terrible problem, dear viewer. You don't know how to drink for free at the bar. Allow us to take you on a journey to explain just how to do it. All right, production notes. First of all, this is a peek. There she is. The producer who made everything possible, executive producer Eileen Rivera, the shape of the early episodes, the flavor of the show, and the introduction to my co-host, Tom Merritt, That's Tom Maris' wife, Eileen. She made all this possible. Everybody should thank your lucky Eileen Riveras for making it possible. I love that there was a time that we could make for these luxurious, time-wise trappings of setting the scene, because this is a fair bit of time to get to the point. It's called Nim, and I think you're going to dig it. Like, we're 45 seconds in, and then we're taking another 10 seconds. One of the things that made Scam School work is a portrayal of glamour, and this is a very glamorous shot in that it withholds so much information, but just implies tons. You get instantly. I'm a big fan. Some of you guys know this. Words are cheap. Words are cheap. Talk, 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 talk. I'm a big fan of what cannot be faked. That's part of the reason this is a very interesting time for your boy. And part of the reason that I am pulling a Prometheus and trying to give you as much of the inside sauce as possible so y'all don't get fooled in this time that everything is very wobbly. We've come to trust the internet, and it turns out that was a very brittle foundation for our trust. So instead, we're building up real networks, human networks, like the fine folks who are showing up right now live in the chat. But I do think it's funny that this guy is credited as dude. I think that nowadays I very clearly, this is early in my on-camera career, I very clearly didn't take the time to prime and relax our guest. So as a result, he is just a bit more guarded than I would normally be able to elicit. But he instantly got it. It was very direct. You can tell. You can't tell. This was a big day of shooting. This was, judging by the shirts. I don't know which order we went in, but I had already done the race with Mauricio and this episode, and I think one other episode. So I believe I was 4 Guinnesses in when they said, okay, now let's do the wrap-ups. This is, the next one is the one you're going to see is really sloppy, but you can tell Brian's a little loose right here. Now, don't forget, when you're doing Nim, you've got to make them think that they have any chance of winning the game. So I recommend doing a few practice rounds before you get started. Once they have their confidence up and they feel like they can take you down, that's when you start screwing them over. Get free drinks, get free money, I don't care. I just want to hear about it on the posting boards. Okay, so revision3.com/scamschool, that we should talk about what a pivotal role. Let's go to archive.org. Let's go to the Wayback Machine. Revision3.com, Scam School. Because here's the thing. You ain't doing nothing in a vacuum. Ultimately, all that matters is humans. You guys have heard me say this before. So let's go back to 2008. Let's go back to April 9th, 2008. And let's take a look at the boards. So this is a place where humans are. That's all you got to care about at first. And what do they all have in common? They all have in common that they like Revision 3. They're excited to see this next this next chapter. This is hilarious. I forgot that I said a hard as balls puzzle on here. Oh, let's go to community. Oh no, because what you're going to see is I'm a big fan of explaining that the performance never starts and it never ends. It doesn't start when the performer takes the stage. Instead, the performance started the moment the audience went in to the auditorium. Of course, it didn't really start then. It started the moment they bought the ticket. Of course, it didn't really start then. It started about the first time that they heard about the show or they made the decision to eventually go. All of that is part of the experience. That is intuitively obvious to folks who have been in theme park worlds or have done live entertainment, but is not so obvious to people who are creating content. So in this case, I knew that the performance involved, I was very accustomed to taking the stage where people were there to see other people. That's how most of my showcase opportunities had happened. So I knew that I was taking the stage of somebody else's platform. Oh, no, we don't have the actual chats. Oh, that'd break my heart. I hoped all of that would just be laying around forever. Huh. Well, in there, you could see me do some very Brian Brushwood stuff, which is responding to skepticism by acknowledging it, explaining why they would be right, but give them a piece of information so that they can be the ones to figure out that, nope, this was not a ripoff of the other thing. The other thing was a ripoff of me, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Revision 3 seems like it's pretty cool. I bet it's really going to catch on. That's right. There's not a blooper reel on this one. Yeah, I don't notice in my eyes so much as just in chuckling midway through and stuff. I think I was just giddy with how everything actually worked. It was pretty crazy. Yeah, that's right, Jake. All right. So let's do this. Was there anything else on the content? This one's pretty self-explanatory. All the extra in detail stuff that I want to talk about, we get to in future episodes. So we'll hold it off for there. Let's check our agenda. Oh, I hate to admit it, guys. I got sick. I got ill. I'm pretty sure Justin Robert Young gave me something. I noticed that he had the sniffles. Here, I'm going to share one personal story with you guys. You guys will like this. Sure. Compose to modernrogueshow@gmail.com. Josie Card. And let me send these photos on over. Yow. Yow, yow, yow. Save. Send. Here we go. Oh, I was going to ask you guys, what do we think on this this background, this red background? This is a holdover from Cord Killers, and I don't hate it so long as it ties into this logo. But I don't mind coming up with a different background for, for other moments. If you guys have a take, you want to hit me up, modernrogueshow@gmail.com. All right, let's do this. All right, so Bonnie's birthday was yesterday. And I'm going to brag on my daughter. If you're looking for some deeper meaning in this, get bent. You ain't going to find it. All I'm saying is that my 18-year-old daughter, Josie, made my beautiful bride, Bonnie, cry yesterday with this amazing photo. Happy birthday, Mom. And this is a really good likeness of Josie at that age. And as she was making it, Josie was like, hey, I'm going to make Mom cry so hard. And sure enough, she did, because as sweet as that was... Oh, nope, that's a driving crooner. Here we go. This was the next page. Her again as an 18-year-old. It was so freaking good. Amazing. And then meanwhile, me being an asshole, I just got Bonnie with a cookie cake of the driving crooner. But it says the driving man because there's another separate bit, if you've been watching Great Night, that you know I've been doing increasingly bad knockoff cookie cake things. It's an addiction. I can quit anytime I want. But that was her gift was getting got, and I did very well. Thank you very much. What about the blue to yellow cascade from the MR profile pic? I think the red is a real good change. Ooh. Yeah, the blue to yellow cascade I think would be good. That would be a good match for everything. Thank you, Jake. I appreciate that. Nicholas George likes it as it is. Ugh. Yeah, I'm definitely getting sick. Yeah, man. You're not kidding, Drunk Furball. It's wild. She's at peak being awesomeness. And I'm gonna try to steal as much of it as I can while I can. Meanwhile, okay. So I did just get a phone call from Justin, and I do need to do some work on World's Greatest Con, so I may wrap it up a little bit early today. Ooh, the brass look. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. I'll have to see if I can get a really good photo and have it be like out of focus bokeh on there. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, we'll think about that. In the meantime, how many of y'all have gotten on bignerve.com? I'm going to start setting up questions right now. That's what I could do right this minute. Here we go. We're going to create a challenge. Okay. What question do we want to start with first? Let's do, oh, here we go. Let's do this. Relationships and community. There we go. Community. Oh, wait. No, these are big issues. These are big thinking things. Create a challenge. Entertainment. Events. There we go. What could be a regular segment in Brian's office hours? Something intentional. Here we go. Right now, we're starting with the unambiguous. Oh, wait. There we go. Now I put it down here. Right now. What could be a. Oh. New, yeah. A useful new segment in Brian Brushwood's office hours. Right now, we're starting with a look back on an old school Pow, pow, pow. Scam School episode. But after that, things get a little meandery. That's fine in that it's authentic, but I'd love to add another valuable segment near to signal we're getting near the end of our time together. Any ideas? Must be valuable to the viewer at home. Something worth hanging around for. There we go. Secondary tags. I guess what? Grind, brushwood, scam school, school. On road. Diamond Club. There we go. Next, an image. Oh, I guess we could do this. No, wait, that's not as good as this, which is not as good as this. Oh, wait a minute. When did that scroll at the bottom start being a thing? What is going on? That's wild. There we go. Pow. And then I'll do a screen grab of this. All right. And then do this, save this. Then I got to move it to another computer. Sit tight. We're going to save it here. JPEG. And we're going to take this screenshot. Nope. We're going to move it. Oh, no. Let's see. Screenshot. Which screenshot did I do? Oh, no. Oh, there it is. Right there. So it's in mouse without borders. We're going to take this. Upload, browse, mouse without borders. Screenshot this one. There we go. Next. Paste in full URL. Okay. Yeah, sure. We'll just do this. Nope. That's not right. I got to take this actual stream that I'm on right now. Oh. How meta of me. Modern. Oh, there we go. Boom. Here I am doing that live right now. Kill that. Do this. Paste in the URL. Cool. There we go. Next. Great. Yep, that's everything. Cool. Save. And I'll add real money to that later. But for now, oh, where did it go? Wait a minute. Did I lose it? I hope I didn't. This is one of those things where I think it's very expertly put together in a way that I'm supposed to trust things, but I don't tend to trust things. There we go. Pow, copy that. And then I'll paste it over here. Yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, Adam exactly nailed it. Scam School needs its own C block. The A block is let's watch Scam School. The B block is let's break down Scam School. I can't believe how meta this got. That's wonderful, Adam. I love that. That's great. Okay. I did get a phone call. How did he get out of the freezer? What? Did the class, Jacob, tell me about this, the class getting you a job. For those of you guys who don't know, a lot of these half-formed thoughts that you're hearing on the live stream are a very, very good class. Hold on. There we go. Hey, baby, you're live on the air.
Okay. We'll talk later.
Wait, I thought you just were warning me that dogs were coming or something.
Yeah, well, there's that too. So
Okay.
I was going to see if you're up for it.
All right.
10 minutes? or
Yeah,
so?
yeah, yeah. Come on over. I'm just about to wrap up.
Cool. Bye.
All right, bye. There we go. All right, so we got dogs coming. We got Justin coming. I did post the first. I'm going to post more of these challenges. There will be actual cash money attached to them. Go sign up at Big Nerve. It's like imagine a Reddit where you're not training your robots overlords. How about that? By humans for humans. You know, Grokpedia, this is the opposite of that. How about that? Oh, yeah, Hard Waterfall. That's the one that we taught as Advanced Nim, and that one is coming up soon. So stick around, and I'll see you for that one. For those of you guys just now showing up as we're wrapping up, trying to do these every day. We'll see how often and how long I'm able to do it. I'll be thrilled if we make it into the hundreds of an unbroken streak. But as long as you guys keep showing up, I'll keep doing it for you guys. Until then, I will catch you guys tomorrow. Bye, 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 bye. Shouts out to Dylan Theus.